Good day. This is the first rendition of some instructions on how to use the website SABeefBulls.com to enable you to utilize the full power of breeding, setting breeding objectives, doing selection and identifying those animals that will fit best in your breeding objectives, and also to the correct matings. So SABeefBulls.com can be obtained from the website SABeefBulls.com, as it says. This is the landing page. If you use it, you will see there are some different options. There's a login option. So if you're registered to use the full capabilities of this website and this facility, you will also have a login, and that enables you to do the matings. What I would like to show in this video is just the basic way of dealing with the functionalities of SABeefBulls.com. So you will see there's reference to different breeder societies websites. So for the purpose of this video, we will not look into that. What I would like to start off with is the group search to enable you to identify those animals that will fit your breeding objectives best. So by clicking on the group search, it will take you to this page where you have to make a choice as to what breed you would like to use. And for this purpose, I'm just going to use any example. So let's take an example of a Beefmaster. We want to search for Beefmaster animals, a male bull that will fit our breeding objectives. Obviously, you can look for animals on the whole database, but what's more important is those that are active and alive. You have a choice of how many animals to be displayed on a page. Let's take 20 for example, and then all animals on the database, or only those that are genotyped. So for this purpose, let's look at all the animals on the database, and then you have to set your breeding objective. The default breeding objective is a so-called cow value, the Logix cow value that is a genetic merit for income or profit per hectare. So that is the default value for each breed, but you can see that you can have different selection objectives. You can use the cow value or the growth value, which is a profit per animal in a feedlot situation, and then you can use one of the sub values for cow value: calving ease, calf growth, that's pre-wean growth, milk value or maternal ability of the females, the fertility, female fertility value, or the maintenance, cow maintenance value. So those are default values that one can use. You can also customize your selection index. If you click on customizing your selection index, it will take you to this window where you can set your own breeding objectives, the percentage that each of these traits or properties should contribute to your own value, and you can set so there's a multitude or a number of traits or properties that you can include in your value. I will not go to that now for this purpose. So let's then just go back to using the cow value as our breeding objectives. Even if you use the cow value, so that's a so-called selection index, where each of the traits or properties count a certain percentage of the selection index. You can also then add additional filters to your search engine. So for example, you can use the birth year. So let's, for example, then just search on older bulls, those born let's say before 2018. Older bulls, the search is already set on the cow value, but you can also have independent culling levels or selection levels that you can also add to your search. So let's say, for example, you do search on the cow value and you only and you work on breeding value indices, and you only search for those animals with a cow value greater than 105. But the growth value should also be exceeding, let's say, at least 100 index points, genetic index points. But you also don't want to use animals that might give you problems in terms of calving ears. So they also have to equal or exceed at least 100. The growth value, let's say you want more growthy animals, and they must be at least 105. You don't get too much for the maternal ability, but let's say at least a 90, so it's still an average animal, just below average. The daughters of these bulls need to be at least fertile enough to be used as or replacements, and they need to be not high maintenance animals. So, and then you can go through each and every one of the traits and properties, even the carcass properties, and set minimum values. And then by using this, you can then ask the system to search for an animal or animals that will comply to your minimum standards. You will see then that these animals are then listed, and remember, they are now listed in terms of cow value, but with those minimum values that you have set as a standard. So you can these are then the animals that, or the first 20 at least. We asked for at least 20 to be listed. And we can then click on any of these animals to get the actual particulars of the animals. You will see where this logo is being depicted. These animals were also genomically tested, or the genomic profile is on the system and is also then being used for the GEBVs, or the genomic selection values. So let's just look at this top bull here. If we click on that clickable link, it will open up the window for this specific bull. On top you will see the prefix, the section. This is a stud book proper animal, the breeder, the current owner, the inbreeding coefficient, and it's still an active bull, so it can still be used. Then a 3-generation pedigree with clickable links on it. So if you click on the sire, it will take you to the sire's web page, or the dam to the dam's web page, or the grandparents. It also allows you to look up more particulars or a more extended pedigree. The default is 5, but you can look up to 10 generations of pedigree, and you can also follow the breeding values of a specific trait or property that you want to follow on this pedigree. So I'll click on this pedigree information. It will open up a very nice window that will take you to an extended pedigree, and the blue blocks would be the males, and the pink blocks would be the females. So this is our bull here at the bottom. You will see his inbreeding coefficient is 1.79%. His breeding value for the trait that we picked, maternal ability or milk, is 109 genetic index points, with a breeding value of 2.44 kilograms and accuracy of 59%. So that is the basic information of the bull. This is the sire and the dam, the grandparents, and so forth. And you can extend this, like I said, to up to a 10 generation pedigree if you want to look at the particulars of a specific animal. I just want to go back then to our original page, animal page, that we have gotten to when we clicked on the clickable link. Here are the an extended list of breeding values that's available for each animal. You will see in certain cases there are where the accuracy is too low on the prediction of specific traits, there will not be a value that's available. But it allows for a multitude of different breeding values to be looked up. We also have a system, those that know about this, the so-called star ratings based on the selection values or the selection indices. This is our cow value. Remember, we rank the animals on cow value, so this is a 4.5 star animal bull in terms of its genetic merit for cow value, and you will see the sub values or the minimum sub values that we also picked are also depicted in terms of stars. So 2.5 star would be an average animal, but for all these minimum values that we have set, this animal exceeds the average of the breed in all cases, and also for growth value. So these would be our economic values in terms of rands per hectare, and this one rands per animal in terms of feedlot value. All the breeding values are also this on top is the selection values, the cow value, the growth value, the production value, which is a combination of the two in a specific ratio, and then the contributing factors towards the cow value is also depicted. This is the 100 line in the middle, so that would be breed average. So everything to the right of this line would exceed breed average genetically, and to the left is a little bit less than breed average. These are the individual traits: birth weight, birth maternal, weaning weight, milk or maternal, yearling, 18 months post-weaning, which is a combination of the two others, and mature weight. You will see that this animal is a little bit below, but that's why it exceeds in maintenance value as well. Then the fertility traits, productive herd life, scrotum circumference of progeny, the heifer fertility, age at first calving basically, and cow fertility calving interval. And then also on the other growth traits or body traits, body height. So this animal will breed animals that progeny that's above average. Body length, average daily gain in a feedlot situation, daily feed intake, feed conversion ratio, so to the right is more efficient, Cliver ratio, and then some of the scanned in body or carcass traits that's available. So this concludes our first part. I just want to go back to the original list. So these were the animals that actually conform to our search. If you want to redo the search, you can open up your filters again. You can set new parameters if you were not satisfied with those animals on the list. In the follow-ups to this, I will also dwell on the other functionalities that's available in SABeefBulls.com. Thank you very much.